There is a specific kind of shame that arrives when you admit what you actually want. Not what you should want, not what sounds noble or impressive, but the real, specific, sometimes embarrassing thing your heart keeps circling back to. Maybe it's a career that doesn't look prestigious on paper. Maybe it's a simple life when everyone expects ambition. Maybe it's solitude when you're supposed to want connection. You've learned to hide these wants, to dress them up in more acceptable language, to apologize for them before speaking them aloud. Somewhere in your past, wanting something and not getting it taught you that desire itself is dangerous. Perhaps a parent mocked your dreams. Perhaps you reached for something and fell hard. Perhaps you learned early that people who want things too openly get hurt, disappointed, or labeled as selfish. So now you've become skilled at not wanting. You've learned to shrink your desires to fit inside what's realistic, affordable, or safe. You've become a professional at accepting less than what makes you come alive. But the cost of this safety is a slow disappearance. When you stop letting yourself want, you stop letting yourself become. You move through life as an observer rather than a participant, watching other people pursue their dreams while you tell yourself it's irresponsible to dream at all. You call it maturity. Your soul calls it prison. The truth is, wanting something is not the same as being reckless. Wanting clearly is actually how you build a life worth living. When you admit to yourself what you truly want, even if it scares you, even if it might fail, you give yourself direction. You stop drifting and start swimming. You stop waiting for permission and start asking what it would take to get there. This doesn't mean becoming reckless with your wants. It means treating them seriously, not dismissing them as selfish, but asking yourself, what do I actually need? What would make me feel alive? Then having the courage to pursue it with honesty, knowing you might stumble, knowing you might not get it, but knowing that at least you tried to become the person you wanted to be, instead of the person you thought you should be. People will judge you for your wants. Some will say you're selfish, unrealistic, or foolish. Let them. Their judgment is often a mirror of their own fears about what they're not brave enough to want themselves. The people who truly love you will be relieved when you finally admit what you need. They will stop guessing and start seeing you clearly. One day, you will realize that the life you are most proud of was built on the foundation of things you dared to want, even when wanting felt dangerous. You will see that every person you admire got there because they were brave enough to want something specific and pursue it anyway. And you will wish you had given yourself permission earlier to want like your life depended on it, because in a way, it does. Your aliveness depends on it. So ask yourself, what am I afraid to want? What do I keep apologizing for? What would I do if I knew I was allowed to want it without shame? Start there. That want is not selfish. It is your life calling you back to yourself.